Yes, so my correct people, how you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing beautifully well. My people, hey, like this, in fact, I am super duper happy. You know why I'm happy? I'm happy because Kabiesi is really trying his best, like he's working so hard to see that Queen Naomi return to the palace. Despite the fact that sometimes we get to hear different stories as if nothing is happening, as if Queen Naomi is not coming again, as if Queen Naomi, like her returning back to the palace has been forgotten. But before you will just hear some story that you like, oh, you thought maybe Kabiyesi has decided to let Queen Naomi just be, or maybe Queen Naomi herself has decided not to return again to the palace. But in fact, what we are hearing now, and this one, in fact, is a very is a wonderful news. Yes, is a good news because they said, like we all know already, that there are some elders, some elderly women, mothers who are there in the palace, who has been looking forward to see Queen Naomi, who have been, waiting patiently to see Queen Naomi. Some are even saying, some that are as old as like they are above 90s, going to their 100, they are saying that over their pie body, like, in fact, they must see Queen Naomi coming to that palace before they could buy. If not, without Queen Naomi coming to that palace, they have come to, like, they would stay, that it must happen in their lifetime. They must see this thing happening because Queen Naomi is one woman that they love so much. Not just because they love Queen Naomi for their personal reason, but for the fact that when Queen Naomi was in the palace, they saw how, the radiance that they saw in Kabiyesi was something else. Like, they could feel that, wow, as elderly, they have this wisdom and they have eyes. They could see beyond what the ordinary eyes could see. And when Queen Naomi was there in the palace, they saw something. There's something they have seen that those that were before Queen Naomi, they could not, they didn't, like Kabiyesi, they could not give Kabiyesi that thing. But when Queen Naomi came, the story changed. But you know what surprises these elderly women most? Like, what really baffled them? When Queen Naomi left, at some point, of course, they were very happy. They wish Queen Naomi return back, and they've been fighting that Queen Naomi should come back, even up to date. And the reason why is the pressure is even more now is the fact that, hey, because they were thinking that by the time these women arrived, that okay, let's just see, maybe either one or two of them might have the spirit of Queen Naomi. They might have maybe the character or the disposition or Queen Naomi's grace that could captivate or that could, capture Kabiyesi's heart. But lo and behold, these elderly women, they said they didn't see that. They still see that, there's still something that Kabiyesi is still really, like, they have not, like Kabiyesi, the way they used to see him, they have never seen Kabiyesi in that level ever since Queen Naomi left. And that is the reason why they say is a no that Queen Naomi or no other. They appreciate these Oloris, they love them, but they still make their statement. Yes, they still make their statement because even the Oloris, they said, even at some point when they came, they spoke to them extensively. They spoke to these Oloris that look, because according to what we heard, my people, they said these elderly women, they actually hosted the Oloris when they just arrived the palace. You are welcome back again to my channel. Nice meet you here once again. It is my pleasure to have you here. If you have been watching, you have not subscribed, subscription is free. All you need to do is just to tap on that subscribe button, turn on notification bell, so whenever I drop my videos, you get notified. Share so others will learn one or two. But don't forget that all these are all alleged stories. They are not for sound information. And also don't forget to leave a thumbs up. My correct people, in fact, so they said when the Oloris came to the palace, these elderly women, they call them, they are mothers. That is what they used to call them in the palace. Iyawa, iya, like our mothers, okay? So now they said when they now had a meeting with all the Oloris, they explained everything to them, that they might just be the one that will take that vacuum. They might just be the one that will, occupy that space that Queen Naomi has left. That when Queen Naomi was in the palace, Queen Naomi has done so well. It's not about the fact that Queen Naomi is going around or going here, going for different events, all those kind of celebrations and all that. No, that Queen Naomi is not just a celebrity queen, but she also managed to find her way into the heart of the great Iroko. That who could do that? It is only Queen Naomi. That in the history of them being in that palace and in the time of them seeing Kabiyesi, that this is Queen Naomi is the only queen that they have seen that has that particular thing that Kabiyesi never had. That is Queen Naomi that was able to do that. And if any of them could also do that, no problem, that this is what they want. And they were like, all of them made promises. They said they should not worry. They are here. That's the reason why they are there, to occupy the vacuum that Queen Naomi has created, that they will do this, they will do that. They make their intention known. They make their statement and everything. And they were like, no problem. Do you guys know, my people, at the end of the day, like what we heard, at the end of the day, do you guys know that these women came to conclusion now, these elderly mothers, the Iyes in the palace, the Iyes, the Iyagbas, the elderly, the mothers in the palace, they said these Iyes right now have said that, look, they have looked up, they have looked down. Yet, none of this Olori has been able to step in Queen Naomi's shoe. None of them has been able to deliver just the way Queen Naomi deliver. What they mean by deliver, when it comes to every other aspect, perfect. But the only area is seeing Kabiyesi in that situation that Queen Naomi used to put him. Everybody knows that Queen Naomi is one woman who knows how to eulogize Kabiyesi. He knows how to praise him. He knows how to Queen Naomi is just that one woman who knows all those things. Even though Kabiyesi has come out that Queen Naomi, could not really bring out her manipulative spirit as a woman, because he has said it that all women has the power of to manipulate a man, especially their own man. But unfortunately, Queen Naomi refused to use that part of that woman in her to be able to capture and manipulate Kabiyesi to herself. Rather, she left just because she allowed that feminine, that, part of her to come out in her, to make her feel like, okay, if I go, Kabiyesi will come for me, all those kind of, and all that. Because she never knew that, the way she think that she's trying to, make her statement is totally different. Because one thing she should know, that this is Kabiyesi we are talking about. It's not just an ordinary man who has different people who are around him, who advises him, who tell him things and all that. And also, he also listens to these people. So, Queen Naomi didn't know, and she left just like that. So now, since they said this, women right now are saying that, look, they have not seen any match. They have not seen anybody. That is why they are still standing their ground and asking Kabiyesi to bring Queen Naomi back. Because now they are really getting so old that they want Queen Naomi back. They want to witness this before anything, could happen. And now, when Kabiyesi now gathered these women and they started talking, Kabiyesi was so emotional. Like, he was so calm, quiet. He couldn't even talk, because the way these women were just going on and on and on, Kabiyesi was just like, wow. He could see a whole lot of wisdom. They spoke with wisdom. They spoke with, in fact, Kabiyesi just saw wisdom speaking. He saw wisdom speaking, because the way these mothers, these years in the palace, the way they saw, spoke to Kabiyesi, they say Kabiyesi was so happy, even though he was a bit down, because of the fact that to him, he feels up until now, he has not been able to meet the demand of these mothers, these palace mothers, who he cherished so much, who he respects and loves so much. And he promised them that in no time that they will see Queen Naomi back fully in the palace, because actually what they are saying is not that they want to see Queen Naomi coming and going, because of course Queen Naomi has been coming and be going, but this time around they are demanding that Queen Naomi should come and stay for good. So my correct people, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that with this present move right now by the elderly women or mothers, the EAs in the palace, do you guys think that Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi will raising up things for them to come together? Come down the comment section and drop your view there. Thank you so much, my correct people. I love you guys. Till I come your way again. Bye bye.